Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Why am I holding this ball kitten? It's way too bougie for my liking. Find me a wireless microphone. Sorry, Jare, my people. First of all, my father in the Lord, Doyin Okupe, wants to run for president. Huge shout out to a Nigerian man who made us proud. In Hungary, Ogalai wants us to know that Twitter will soon be unbanned in Nigeria. Wow, we'll take a critical look at the wedding dress that became another evidence of double standard practice in Nigeria. Did you guys hear that Kano State wants to ban the use of mannequin? How does that even kilaju? In Uganda, MPs are being criticized for spending $30 million on new cars. In Zambia, ladies and gentlemen, the opposition defeated a sitting president. A viral video shows a Ghanaian hospital with mothers and their newborn babies sleeping on the floor. We have timestamps in the description below, so you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can just click and fast forward to the story that you want to watch. But why would you even skip any of this gorgeousness? As in... Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Please share us on your Facebook and your Instagram pages if you enjoyed this episode. Quite let the camera roll.
Action!
What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. Our first shout out of the day goes no. We're starting with the shout out. Why are you rushing? Anyway, there's so much to say about this picture. In fact, it's a whole sermon by itself, but we don't have time. It is very disturbing that our leaders still prefer to go to our colonial masters for treatment. Nothing wrong with that if they provide the equivalent for people at home as well. You get what I'm saying? But here we have a president that promised to end medical tourism in his time. 6 years later, he's still getting treatment in the abroad, as well as my father, Tinubu, daddy, 2 times governor of Lagos State, a godfather and a possible candidate in the coming presidential election. You did not hear that from me. It's from Koido. He's also getting treatment in the abroad. Fellow Nigerians, we need people that will prioritize the health care of those who cannot afford plane tickets to London or the cost of treatment in the abroad. We cannot continue with leaders who prefer another country's hospital to their own hospital. Do I get an amen? So my people, it is true that the former presidential spokesperson, my father, Doyin Okupe, wants to run for president. We see the pictures of the rails, sir. They look like locomotives from 1950.
What does
second-hand, third-hand brought from China.
We are not America.
Why can't we have brand new
You cannot have brand new trains because the economy cannot support that.
Now, did anybody ask you? You see, my people, you are my witnesses. Did I ask you to play? You like trouble. That was a long time ago. Anybody can aspire to be presidential candidate. It is a free world. Anybody can dream. It's a free country. Chief. In case you are watching, you can see from Koido's video that me and the man, we don't agree on so many things. But the man said something recently that I actually agree with.
The truth of the matter is that there's hardly any difference between the two political parties.
Thank you, Jare, my father. That one, you see that one that you said, father, Kai, it is nothing but the truth. My people, they are all the same.
The truth of the matter is that I'm not going to sit down here and lie to Nigerian people.
Okay, now you are pushing it. So you don't need to go there. We still have your resume, fa. Lori Iro.
My chocolate, Lori Iro. My sugarcane, Lori Iro.
Now you are becoming too bold because I said. Anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about, Ojari. The shout outs. Yes, our first shout out of the day goes to Oluwatuyi Olowoyeye, a Nigerian student in Hungary who graduated with a 5.0 GPA from his master's program at the University of Debrecen, where he studied water management. And he plans to continue his studies at Iowa State University in the US. I guess he wants to do his PhD program. My brother, we the village people, we are very proud of you. Thank you so much for making us proud. And our second shout out of the day goes to none other than my father in the Lord, Ogalai. Ogalai Muhammad. Did I not? Okay, anyway, we are giving him a shout out today on the show for letting us know that very soon Twitter will be reinstated in Nigeria. Wow. Okay. He said, we appreciate the patience of Nigerians. And I want to assure you that we have made very tremendous progress. We have met with Twitter both physically and in writing. We are actually almost there. I said, how nice of him. He painted this as if they are negotiating something on behalf of Nigerians. He said, we are making progress. He said they are making progress. And he said, thank you for your patience. Hey, first of all, Ogalai, I didn't even notice that Twitter is not working in Nigeria because everybody that I know, they've been tweeting non-stop using VPN. Also, why not just lift the ban? Why do you need to announce that you will do something? Why not just do it? As in, now in addition, he said that Twitter has also agreed to set up an office in Nigeria. Now, if Twitter agreed, then they must have insisted. Who knew that you were desperate for a Twitter office in Nigeria? Why didn't you just say so? Is that why you banned them? I just hope that they don't get any idea that they can now someday close down that office, you know. In any case, Jare, my father, in case you are watching your gallery, please do not mind Nigerians. All the people making fun of you, they are just what? They are enemies of progress. I just want to thank you for letting us know that Twitter will soon be what? Unbanned. Now to some juicy stories. You guys move closer. You too, they like gossip. It's okay. Move back just a little. Okay, let me breathe. Now, let's talk about the wedding dress that became a major issue. As you guys know, Buhari's son, Yusuf, is getting married to Zara Adobayoro, the daughter of the Emir of Bichi in Kano State. First of all, they inaugurated a 145-man committee to ensure the wedding ceremony goes smoothly. It's a very serious something. 145 people are planning this wedding. That is more than a choir. In fact, it's more than some churches. And each one of these committee members, they will get paid. That is different from the actual wedding expenses. You get what I'm saying? Just that amount alone will build one good hospital in my village. Just come to my village. In fact, it should turn at least 10 kilometers of road. Then 145 people on one event. But you know, I don't think that they think like we think or that they even think at all. They just spend money. So at one of the ceremonies, the bride wore this nice dress. I like the dress. I think it's gorgeous. But Nigerians were like, hell no. You guys know Nigerians. They like to talk. They are very bold, just like some of you. I can see you through the plasma TV. They said, how come she gets to dress so fine, looking bad all by herself, and the Hisbah police did not go after her? I said, yeah, Nigerians, you have started. Must you? Now, for those who are not from Nigeria, the Hisbah police are the Sharia law enforcing police. They are different from the police, but hey. So they do things like harassing any woman that dresses in a way that they do not approve. Like if you don't cover your hair or you leave out skin, you get what I'm saying? So Nigerians were wondering why they did not arrest the president's son's wife. I said, duh. Her daddy, he's a big man. He's an emir. He's wealthy. Her fiancé is Buhari's son. Buhari is the president. So therefore, put two and two together, she is what? Untouchable. Then, so the ridiculous thing is, this same Hisbah police that cannot touch the girl, they had a liver to tell BBC Pidgin that it is a sin for people to share her picture. I said, Papa, how would you be like? Why would anybody say? What can I say? We have suffered. I said, what the heck? So the person that did the deed did not sin. It is the sharer of the deed that is now a sinner. Well, I lie. This ain't right. My people, this just shows again that so many religious laws are actually made for the poor people in Nigeria. When it comes to the big people, there's always an exception. We really have to be careful and guide against extremism in Nigeria. You know, the other time, this same Kano State destroyed about 2 million bottles of beer in the name of religion. If you don't drink alcohol, it is not by force. Just tell the seller to take it to another state. How is destroying people's livelihood a righteous thing to do? You are taking away people's livelihood. That ain't right. Meanwhile, the state is benefiting from proceeds of alcohol sale through the Federation Account Allocation Committee. In fact, they've received 525 billion naira since 2015 alone. Now they want to ban the use of mannequins. They said that it shows the shape of the breast and the shape of the bum bum. It's a mannequin, for God's sake. It's supposed to look like a human being. As in, no, so human beings, women have breast and bum bum, and you see them every day. You don't ban them for, okay, how? In fact, never, okay. I'm just getting confused actually, because is this about being zealous or there's the need for exposure and proper education? Because I'm getting confused. Their solution now is that clothes sellers to remove the mannequin head. They said without the mannequin head, it will no longer look like a human being. How does that make sense? How does that even make sense? We are gradually getting close to extremism in Nigeria.
When you talk about the Sharia law, you know, it's a personal orthodoxy. It's something you choose to submit yourself to. If you're a Muslim and you abide by it, but not something that can be turned into a criminal orthodoxy, because the Constitution of Nigeria is very clear that there should be no state religion. We
need to be careful because soon they will say no more television or technology in Kano State, in Zambia. Why can't people just be? And why can't we just let God be God?
We don't tell ourselves the truth. And people that tell the truth, they say, oh, they shouldn't say anything. Nigeria is a secular state. No matter the argument you have in favor of the Sharia law, Our constitution doesn't recognize the state religion.
I'm really tired, guys, especially of the fact that this only applies to regular people, not the rich people. Like if the emir's daughter should open a clothing store and she has mannequins, do you think anybody would complain? There are so many Almanjeri boys roaming the streets by themselves, day and night, even late at night. Haba, why don't we spend our energy on giving them a better life?
Statistics have shown we have between 9 to 11 million children roaming the streets in northern Nigeria.
And what is more pleasing to God than to get rid of a corrupt governor who collects bribes in dollars? Isn't that hypocrisy? You refuse to stone your governor whose videos of him collecting bribes is everywhere. I beg you. Let me know what you guys think about this story and the story of the 145-man planning committee that will get paid. You guys not don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Uganda, my people. President Yoweri Museveni has allocated over $30 million for members of parliament to buy another set of brand new cars. $30 million. Each member is getting $56,000 to buy a new car. I said, further. Ugandans, you guys have money. You have money. Amidst the COVID pandemic, seriously? I thought the government shut down the country again, like in June or something. Are things back to normal? Is everything back to normal, or you're still under lockdown and your MPs are getting $56,000 to buy new cars? Hey, $56,000 each, totaling $30 million. They're already getting paid $8,000 a month too.
On average, each MP earns between 25 and 30 million shillings every month, depending on how far their constituency is from the parliamentary building in Kampala.
In a country where teachers are getting paid about $75 in a month, why can't those lawmakers buy their own cars? This has sparked a lot of outrage in the country as expected. Some Ugandans are saying that this money would feed over 500,000 people in Uganda. Of course, government spokesperson Ovwono Opondo said that the money is to facilitate their engagement with the electorate. I said, wow, you don't mean it, Mr. Spokesperson. And these parliament members have gotten this money more than once. So
in 2016, Parliament spent 7.9 billion shillings in the same procurement, with each MP's vehicle going for 150 million shillings. Aside from the money for cars, each MP will be given a new iPad. In 2016, the House spent 3.6 million shillings on each of the iPads, totaling to 1.8 billion shillings.
How many times do they need to buy new cars? It's just like the Nigerian lawmakers as well. Why do you need 56,000? What kind of car are you buying? This ain't right.
As the numbers of MPs continue to surge, Parliament is expanding the parliamentary chambers to accommodate over 600 legislators at a cost of 206 billion shillings.
No wonder they don't tell Museveni the truth, because giving them this kind of money to buy cars is like bribing them. No, so why not use the money to provide more COVID vaccines for your people? Oh, speaking of vaccines, by the way, Ugandans, as in you guys are tough on another level. How is it possible that anybody would give someone a fake COVID vaccine? Many doctors were implicated. Can you imagine? At least 800 people were given fake vaccines. How can people have no fear of God? That is dangerous. Okay? Good thing is, some of them were injected with water. But let's not do that. And those people actually paid for the fake COVID vaccine. The devil is a liar. Let me know what you guys think about this. You guys not don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Ghana, ladies and gentlemen, did you guys see that video that went viral of a hospital in Ghana? I think it's in Kumasi, where we saw an overcrowded hospital with some moms and their newborn babies sleeping on the floor.
Modern day Ghanaian healthcare. Something has to be done. Newborn mothers on the bare floor. Modern day Ghanaian healthcare system. Something has to be done. This is Menchia Government Hospital right here in Kumasi.
Wow. Okay, first of all, Ghanaians, if you know the status of this hospital, please let us know if anything has changed. But to be honest with you guys, as sad as this is, it's not only happening in Ghana. This happens in so many countries. I still find it interesting, by the way, that the Ghanaian president is really focused on building a cathedral, a multi-million-dollar cathedral. To be precise, they said this will cost $200 million. In fact, they recently seized 5 containers of rosewood, almost smuggled out of Ghana. And the government is saying that they will donate all the wood towards the building of the cathedral.
5 containers of rosewood. And as you can see, all the 5 containers are right here. Government is taking the decision to donate all rosewood confiscated towards the construction of the National Cathedral.
Okay, I get it. I know that when this cathedral is done, it will be beautiful. I know it. And yes, it will become another tourist attraction for Ghana, making them money, making the government money. But you cannot ignore the quality of life of the people while building a cathedral. I personally don't believe that God would want a cathedral rather than building more hospitals, for example, so that newborns don't have to sleep on the floor. I don't understand how newborns can sleep on the floor. Do I get an amen from somebody? A video like this calls for urgent intervention. Unfortunately, we've seen so many of such that many of our leaders don't even care anymore. Let me know what you guys think about this. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Zambia, guys, the impossible happened. Well, they recently had their presidential election, and guess what? The incumbent was defeated, as in a sitting president is being removed, much to a lot of people's surprise and joy. So, President Edgar Lungu lost the election after 6 years in office to 59-year-old Hakainde Hichilema. Hichilema has a lot to do in Zambia, especially in fighting corruption. As a matter of fact, here's a couple of Zambian ladies who put it in a very good way.
Corruption this, corruption that, corruption there, corruption here, corruption. What about it? Corruption is not only practiced by the politicians and the businessmen. It is also the culture of almost every Zambian. In fact, show me corruption and I'll show you the culprits.
Snaps. You see, I love it. Those ladies are quite passionate about this. Please put down their names in the comment section if you know their names or tag them. I love the fact that Africa has no shortage of youth who want to change their countries. In any case, Lungu lost his stance with a lot of Zambians due to human rights abuse, failing economy, joblessness. I mean, look at this graph from worldbank.com. Zambia's GDP has failed to grow during Lungu's time, while unemployment went up by up to 12%. I mean, this explains why a lot of young people voted against him in the election.
The majority of registered voters were young people, and they turned out on election day. The high cost of living, rising unemployment and poverty were big concerns for voters. President-elect Hakainde Hichilema is promising to turn around the economy, saying he can attract investment, tackle debt and corruption.
Now, according to a lot of people, this is what secured the election for Hichilema, because he has promised an increase in job creation, turning the economy around and ensuring that Zambia gets back on track. Hopefully, he fulfills his promise, because a lot of people voted for him based on these promises. He also wants to uphold human rights in Zambia. Wonderful. And he still wants a dialogue with the opposition that he beat. As in, be sure to let us know your opinion about this in the comment section. My Zambian people would love to hear from you guys. More importantly, Mr. President, the new president, we'll still talk to you when the inauguration happens. But Mr. President, you are now on our radar. We're watching you on our plasma TV. You guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Before I leave, I'm so excited to let you guys know that Grace Ofuri of Lifecard International, that is a real estate company in Lagos, has launched another property, well, land sale, this time in Abijo, Lagos. It's called The Haven.
Off the Lekki-Epe Expressway and sits beside the Caleb British International School and the Royal Estate in Abijo GRA. The Haven is a well-equipped residential facility which is highly sophisticated to provide maximum comfort to our investors. Talk about highly equipped gyms, family team recreational centers, optimal security, and a spa for your relaxation and peace of mind.
And by the way, if you pay everything upfront, she's giving you a 15% discount if you tell her that you are from me. For the next 15 days only. I'm sorry, but it's just for the next 3 weeks. And no, you do not have to be from Nigeria to take advantage of this real estate opportunity. So this is the actual price before you get your discount. The 300 square meter is 5.8 million. The 450 square meter is 8.8 million. And the 600 square meters is 11.7 million naira. Now, this is before you get your discount. When you tell her that you're from me, like I said, you're getting a 15% discount. If you pay everything upfront, she's giving you a 15% discount if you tell her that you're from me. So your price will be lower than this. Now, the title on the land is a C of O. And also, she has a payment plan. If you're interested but you don't have the entire money upfront, you can pay for 3 months, 6 months, or even a whole year. You're getting a 5% discount, except for the fact that your price keeps going up the longer you take to make your payment. So if you're interested, please email her ASAP. And don't forget that if you live in the US, she's coming at the end of this month of August. Contact her to know if she will be in your state, if she will be in your neighborhood. But I do know that she will be in Texas, she will be in Florida. Just contact her to know if she will be in your state. Alright guys, it's been real and I'm keeping it right up in here. Did you hear a baby crying? Is it just me? That's all I hear now. I had a baby crying, for sure, for sure. Alright guys, it's been real and I'm keeping it right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we're watching you on Plasma TV. Press the subscribe button and the bell button. Until next time, I'm gonna see you all later. Peace out.